Is your voice commanding the attention and respect that you want? I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but over the years, what's happened to your voice is it's been weakened layer after layer, starting all the way back when you were a kid. It's not your fault because our culture, our family, our schools, everyone else, what have they told us? Keep it down. Don't bother anyone. A good child isn't heard. Isn't it ironic that the first 2 years of your life, everyone wants you to speak, but the minute you do, they tell you to shut up? And it's not something to take lightly because what I've seen is people's voice determines their entire life. I had a client who said he wasn't having any success. People don't listen to me. I'm not getting promotions. And I could tell exactly what was wrong just from listening to his voice. Think about 100 or even thousands of years ago. How were men portrayed before our culture said it was wrong to be heard? Men were Spartans. They were leaders. They were respected figures. Back in the day, an orator, by the way, it's just a fancy way of saying a professional speaker, they were paid beyond belief. They were the actual leaders of civilization. Look at Cicero. Cicero's a great example. To increase his vocal power, he used to actually hold rocks in his mouth and climb up steep hills to increase the power of his jaw and his voice. Don't worry, I'm not going to be getting you to do this, but I got to tell you, if he worked that hard to understand the true power of his voice so he could rise to the top of society and be remembered throughout all history as one of the greatest speakers and minds of his time, don't you think it makes sense to look into this a little bit? Think about it this way. Who do the women gravitate to? Who do women fantasize about when they're scrolling through guys in their heads? Gotta tell you, it's not Kermit the Frog. It's not Elmo. It's the man with a powerful voice, that deep, husky voice. Think about it. Anytime you've tried to sweet talk or sexy talk a girl, if you drop your voice just a couple of octaves, try this tonight. Drop your voice 2 octaves and I guarantee you, pull that graveliness in your voice and she'll instantly feel attraction to you because it's an automatic and genetic and biological response that she's programmed to a powerful voice. I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to show you how to double the power of your voice in the next 30 days and speak in a way that demands respect and gets attention. And let me give you a little hint. No matter what kind of voice you were born with or what you sound like right now, you have the ability to develop powerful pipes. A lot of what's necessary for you to have a booming voice is there right now, but it's tucked away under all that programming and garbage that you've been fed, that we've all been fed. And the other thing that you need to understand, I'll tell you that in just a little bit. But first, let me tell you something. A man's life's trajectory dramatically increases when he discovers the power of his true voice. And by the end of this, you'll understand and agree with me. And even if right now you're sitting there saying, no, I have a strong voice, trust me, it can get stronger. I'm going to show you how you can make some very simple tweaks through some exercises over the next 30 days that'll improve your life, your voice, and your confidence immeasurably. You won't even believe that you're the same person a year from now when you're looking back. You know what? I'm even going to give you this right now. I'm going to give you an assignment. I want you to do this right now. When you finish watching this video, when it wraps up, the first assignment when you join the program, I want you just to take out your phone and do a voice memo. Just hold up the microphone in your phone and record yourself introducing yourself, say who you are, say what you do, and then stop it. And every 30 days, you're gonna do the same thing. And I guarantee you, in 12 months, when you listen back, you will hear the changes in your voice. By the end of 60 days, when you listen back, you're gonna cringe at that recording that you recorded today. Now, why am I here teaching you this? Although I was born with a decent voice, you wouldn't have known it. I'll tell you what, I was taught to speak like a meek little man for a long time. I didn't feel confident. I didn't feel happy. I was completely pushed aside. I'm a decent looking guy, but the problem was every single time women would walk away from me. They'd end up dating that weirdo lowlife with nothing going for him. The guy that you look at and you think, how does this guy even get a shot with this quality of women? And I was thinking the exact same thing. So one day, I kind of had enough. I was like, what is going on? I decided to approach one of these guys and actually ask them what the secret was. And the minute he opened his mouth, I realized the truth. The moment he spoke, I stood there, I stood still, and they had my attention, they had my respect. They commanded and demanded that I listen to them. And I can only imagine what that would be like for a woman in that situation. They're feeling the exact same thing, completely in awe of such a powerful voice, but they feel it even stronger because it's actually programmed into their DNA. But just like him, you were born with a powerful voice. You were just told not to use it. So I'm gonna share with you how I went through this incredibly painful journey to learn how to maximize my voice back in those days, and how today you don't need to go through any of that crazy stuff that I went through. You don't have to be like old boy Cicero running up and down hills with your mouth full of rocks or any other ridiculousness like that in order to achieve those powerful vocals and get that powerful voice. I'm gonna share with you the shortcuts that I've learned, that I've taught other men, other consulting clients year after year that consistently get them those powerful pipes. Don't take my word for it. Here, I'm gonna cut in a clip of a client. He just sent me an audio clip of him starting the program, and 30 days in, you can listen to it right now.
Okay, recording for the day one of the boot camp. My day so far, I had a meeting this morning at 8. Hey Baron, I'm walking down the street to a meeting here, but I wanted to take the time to shoot you over a voice recording to go with my before recording prior to taking the boot camp.
Now listen, I'm a man who takes my own medicine, so I'm gonna play you a couple quick clips here of me speaking before I understood the strategies that I teach in the boot camp. And it's a little bit embarrassing, but it's worth it for you to be able to actually hear what I sounded like before and see how far I've come.
Hello. Today I want to talk to you about what may be the most important aspect of nonverbal and verbal communication.
People do so well is to make people feel comfortable. This can really fly in any kind of situation.
I love hearing those. And you're gonna have an audio just like that of your own here in 30 days. So what are we gonna be covering in this program? Well, I'll tell you, there's a certain set of rules, etiquettes, and parameters that you need to be aware of. This impacts your voice, your depth, your resonance, your intensity, the rhythm, the pitch, the speed, the volume, the breathing patterns. I could go on for hours. I live and breathe this stuff. But think about it this way. An opera singer, they can get sick, but then they can still hit the same notes when they're singing, even though they can't speak a single word properly. Why? Why can they sing, but they can't speak? It's because they've accessed a different layer of their voice. And I'm gonna show you how you can access that different layer of voice that allows you to snap people's attention and interest when the very first word comes out of your mouth. All right, my name is Baron. I'm a social strategist, and I'm usually known for creating something called the Charisma Matrix. I've coached millions of people through online videos, through consultations, through speaking, through products, you name it. And I've helped people improve their social awareness and their social skills. I help people feel more comfortable in public, to perform at a higher level in sales or on the dating scene. And it's amazing to witness. But the cornerstone of all this social improvement is understanding how to leverage your voice. And the reason that you're here right now is because I'm releasing something. This is the masterpiece of everything I've put together. It's the quickest shortcut I've ever shown anyone. It's the best training you'll get from me done in 30 days. And at the end, you will either have a much more powerful voice or you didn't do the work. It's simple as that. What I have for you is a program called the Vocal Power Bootcamp. And it's not a typical done in a few hours digital program. This is a 30-day, fully immersive experience that includes core lessons, morning chats, missions, techniques, and drills. And I decided to record most of the content on audio only because I don't want video distraction. This helps you focus on the details and kind of the nuances and subtleties in the voice. Here's how it works. every day for the first 15 days, you're gonna get 3 things from me. Every day inside what's called your members area, these 3 things are gonna become available. First, in the morning, you're gonna get a quick audio chat from me, just saying hello, reviewing things from the previous day, and getting ready for that day's core lesson. And this serves as a nice primer for the day, and it also hits you with some highlights from the previous day to help you kind of internalize them and go back through those again. Then you're gonna see the day's core lesson. And this is gonna run between 10 to 30 minutes usually. Some are a little bit longer, but this is the real meat. This is the good stuff. Then you're gonna see your implementation action, which I often refer to as the mission. Oftentimes these are gonna come with accompanying PDFs, which you can either print off or just look at on your computer, and they're gonna help you on that mission. And I design these missions so you can take what you've learned that day in the core lesson and actually see it in action, actually go out and use it. Arguably the most important part of the program, because understanding and believing something works is great, but until you actually prove to your subconscious that it works and go out and do it, it'll never be internalized and you never get the full benefit of that knowledge. Now, at the end of those 15 days, you're gonna have most of the hard info, but you still need to understand how to maximize it in real life. So days 16 through 30, you're gonna get 1 audio talk a day and you're gonna be on a mission with me. I'm gonna be guiding you through the trenches, helping you understand how to more powerfully use your voice on a daily basis, how to stand out, how to command respect that you deserve, and how to get the attention that you need. If you're a business owner, this is gonna show you how to actually get people to stop and pay attention to you. If you want to sell more, well, this is going to help you establish the influence that you need to do it. If you're just looking for the right woman to date, well, guess what? This is going to help you stop those kind of women dead in their tracks, and they're going to listen. All these things can be achieved, and I'm going to go through a lot more. This is through only shifting the dynamic of your voice, because when you shift the dynamic of your voice, you subconsciously and consciously tell your brain, I'm a high status male. I have the right to be awarded high status. I have the right to command more respect. And in turn, you'll end up respecting yourself more as well. You treat yourself better. You'll love yourself more. You look after yourself better. And then the world becomes a mirror of what you're looking at, exactly the way that your voice is improving. And the cool thing about this is your subconscious sees all this at work. It takes the ball and runs. That's why it only takes 30 days to do all this, and then it becomes 100% ingrained in yourself. I want to share a couple emails that I've gotten from guys talking about how once they understood how to use their voice, things changed in their life. This first one's from JK. Recently, I've been noticing uncharacteristic and positive reactions not only from women, the type that I find attractive, but also from other guys. I emphasize that fact because I got your course to improve my outcomes with females. However, guys have been spontaneously being more respectful without me doing anything different towards them. But at 64 years old, I know that the change in the quality of my interactions don't just happen. Dice, no BS. It's like magic. All of a sudden, I have several different incidents where my dream girl type, at least physically, have shown signs of attraction to me. After the 4th and 5th time with different females, I stopped second guessing the facts in front of my eyes and started believing that my efforts were actually paying off. I'm pumped, and my motivation and confidence have been boosted sky high. Love that. That shows even at 64, you can make changes like this. This one's from SE. Hi, my name is S. I've worked first in the police and now in another force. Both jobs require a high degree of communication skills, but I must say that I have learned more from your program than a working life in the comms training in the police and other force. That's great to hear because cops get a lot of training on how to use communication in their voice. RB, I bought your program and they've helped so much. I can't even begin to tell you. No one, and I don't mean Game of Thrones, no one is teaching this. From BR, hi Baron, I want to tell you that learning this stuff I did on your vocal program has cut my social anxiety down by at least half. I love that. Most people don't anticipate this affecting their social anxiety. What do you feel like you could improve with your voice the most? Definitely feel free to shoot me over an email at the end of the program to share how this has impacted your life once you're done. So what's the investment? How do you join? Now for this launch, I'm using a discounted price of $4.99. Few extra sales a month, a single promotion, a new job. This program quickly pays for itself, and then it gives you compounding returns for the rest of your life. That's the beauty of all this. It's not like trying to stay in shape or you're trying to constantly push away the pizza and the Subway sandwich and the chips and hit the gym 5 days a week. Once you understand how to use your voice correctly, you're done. There's no more work. You just get to reap the benefits and that advantage for the rest of your life with no additional investment. Here's what you do next. If you want to join, you'll see a button below this video. Click it and you'll be taken to the next page where you enter your regular details and complete your investment today. Once you've done so, you're going to get an email from me with a link. You click this link, put in your email address, create a password, and you're off to the races. And remember, your first task is to record yourself today. Just say your name, say who you are, say what you do, maybe what you've been doing today, and you're gonna do this every 30 days and actually be able to watch your voice change in the process. I love this. This is a lot of fun. Also want to talk to you about the guarantee. I'm extending it for 60 days so you can work through the entire program at your own pace and be sure it was worth your time. Anytime within that 60 days of your purchase, you can shoot me an email and ask for your money back for any reason at all, and I'll take care of it for you. Let's go over the bonus because I'm pumped about this. This alone has a huge impact in people's lives if they speak English as a second language. Whether you're from Canada or the Middle East or Europe or wherever else, I found through my personal coaching that these people all make the exact same mistakes that can be improved immediately with a few quick tweaks. I created this bonus module to be highly impactful if English is not your native tongue. You'll get access to that in the members area too. It just comes with the purchase. This is a lifesaver for people. All right, let's do it. Click the button below, get signed up, and I'll talk to you inside on the first video lesson.